Hey, what's up, the fit model? What's up, Zach? I'll be back. Shit, goddamn. I got honeydew instead. Honeydew is faster. What's up, Justin? Watermelon washout? Oh shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. How you doing, Zach? How you doing, the fit model? Justin? What's up, Den? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You doing watermelon this year, Justin? Audio, what up? I just finished working out too. This is my post workout right here. These workouts I be doing, they crazy. Fucking 18 exercises, 3 sets of each. It probably took me about an hour and a half to finish this workout. Dumbbells, kettlebells, suspension straps, and bands. Good workout though. Like I'm feeling it right now. What up, Billy? Welcome from South Africa. Billy up at 3 a.m. What you doing up, Billy? Justin, you saw the video on YouTube? Yahuwah? Is that how you say that? Yahuwah loves? You already know, Ali. Okay. You doing watermelon, Justin? You doing it this year? What's up, Julie? Oh, how are you doing, Julie? I heard about the incident. You healing up? He said you healing up pretty good. Ah, that's what's going on with Art, huh? Art relapse. Oh, you on watermelon now, Justin? Get Justin on day 9 of just watermelon. Salute. How you feeling? I do eat a lot of fruit. Ali, I just finished working out. This is my post workout. I eat more fruit when I work out too. I mean, that kind of like just makes sense though, right? Yeah, them heart wounds gone. I feel you, Julie. I mean, I never experienced nothing like that, but I mean, like my son has a dog. And so I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine either side of that scenario. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't imagine either side of that. Ali! Ali, what's up, Ali? Ali come in talking shit. She don't say hi to nobody or nothing. She just come in right out the gate talking shit. Yeah. What's up, Carl Lewis? Hey, that watermelon cleanse is life changing, bro. It's definitely life changing. That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, that it was changing my life. Like, that's why I did it so long. Like, I did it till I couldn't get watermelon anymore because it was like changing my life every day. Every day, something was changing about me. Like, it started off like day one, no more addictions, like all gone. And then from there, I was just, it was almost like something about me was changing every day. Like the way I saw reality was changing. You know, my person, like just me as a person, my personality was changing. It was just so many things, so many truths were being revealed to me. So many things I never understood, I was understanding. Like my eyes were being opened, and so many changes. Legendary. Hey, Ali, raise your hand if you showered today and you still stink. So you had to put on deodorant. You should have both hands up, and your stinky feet should be up too. Yeah, I know that art is quite the gardener. Ali, can you do this without no deodorant on? After working out for about an hour and a half, I just kind of like went to another dimension. I just saw like rose petals and lilies, lavender. Ali, did you put deodorant on this morning? Just answer that question. Ali, I think you want to smell my butt. I think you do. I'll let you smell it. DM me. Ali is my biggest fan, man. See, Ali got a weird way of showing love. Yeah, Julian, he was in our challenge, New Year, New Me challenge. I think he was in it for like both rounds too. And he just talked about garden like the whole time. I was trying to get him to come on and do a live and teach us. like just some basics. Because there was another gardener in there and they had talked. And, I was trying to get both of them to just do their own show. And so we could tune in and learn how to grow our own food. And it just never happened. But yeah, like almost everything Art posts is about gardening. I'm trying to be like him. Oh, Allie, you saying yes to you put on deodorant this morning? Case closed. Case closed. Allie, you are not. I don't know why you telling me about the rotten flesh you was eating. Look what I'm eating, man. I'm eating honeydew, man. That don't do nothing to me. I don't know what's the agenda? Like what's the point? Like I don't understand the point of mentioning that. Like nobody in here gives a fuck about that. Like I don't even know why. That's why you stink now. That's exactly why you stink now. Oh, the challenge over, Julie. That ended April 2nd. So yeah. So you don't got to get on him about that. We were all like in a challenge together though, like a little community. So and I had brought different people on just to speak to us all. And I wanted to get Art on. And he said he was working on it, but like I said, it never panned out. Hey, Allie, good girl Rebecca here. You got a friend now. Hey, you got a friend now. Hey, good girl Rebecca, that's Allie. Allie, good girl Rebecca. Y'all both stink. So y'all got that in common. Y'all should hit it off great. Y'all both eat rotten flesh. Both have bad body odor. Y'all should be like best friends. Welcome back, good girl Rebecca. I think you missed a couple lives. Don't come at me. That's funny. That is funny. I was just saying hi and introducing you to your tribe. That's all. Allie, she a flesh eater too. Stink just like you. What's up, Ja? Can you explain to me how eating fruit can be a way in turning on our third eye? for me, and I really feel like this is just like universal across the board. Your third eye has to be turned on to eat fruit. So it's like you got it backwards. You don't eat fruit to turn on your third eye. You turn on your third eye to eat fruit. D-Fin, what up, brother? What's the topic? We just chopping it up. What you want the topic to be? I just come on and I just kind of, go with the flow. I don't come on with a topic. I really come on like answer people questions. However it go, it go. For sure, Job. Good girl, Rebecca, you have never eaten carnivore. Cut it out. What up, Kendall? Cutoff time? Depending on how it go, man. It depends on how it go. Like if it's jumping, we just go. Sometime and do. I've been on for like 3 hours before. You know. Sometimes I'll get off in like an hour and a half. I think an hour and a half is no, I think 2 hours is the least is the shortest amount of time I've been on. We just going with the flow, brother. What's up, Brian? Good to see you too, brother. What's up, X3? Bitter melon? I've seen it. I've seen bitter melon in the Asian. Only place I see bitter melon is in the Asian like stores and markets. I never had it. That name turned me off. I don't want nothing bitter. And I don't even like the way it looked. It don't even look like it's good. Hey, call him up, good girl, Rebecca. Where he at? Defense, we talk about anything, man. I mean, almost anything. You know, but yeah, for sure. We talk about what are you doing? What are you doing, D? You on a journey? Hey, the Asian market by me, they don't have nothing organic. Like the organic stuff I get from Whole Foods. Whole Foods is like the only place. Whole Foods, Fresh Time, them like the only places that got organic. Nowhere else got like, I mean, it's a couple other, but them like the main places that got organic. Nowhere else really have it. What's up, Christian? You not late? Oh, that's what's up, D. That's what's up. We don't have Sprouts, Kendall. What up, Brown Red? I had some Sakari dates earlier today. Yep. What up, happily married? Truth is always simple, brother. Anytime this shit start getting complicated, that's not the truth. Just go away from it. When it start getting complicated, that's bullshit. Hold up. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. Oh, what's up, Art? Hey, your wife was just on. I got to kind of meet your wife a little bit, like virtually. Yeah, the Aldi's out here, they don't they don't really have fruit. I mean, I don't like they have fruit. I don't like what they got though. Oh, stop it, Christian. I don't even want to hear that, man. Hey, where you live at, Christian? Yeah, I don't know if it's all the Aldi's. I don't go to Aldi's though. And I got an Aldi's right down the street, like I could walk to it. Brand new. I don't, they don't really have nothing in there I want, man. Oh, okay, okay, Julie. I thought you had left. Aldi is inconsistent. Yeah, I think there's a fruit market. A, the fruit market, like I got different places for different fruit. So the fruit market by me, there's a small local neighborhood black owned fruit market. They're the best. Like that's where I go for my watermelon, like all my melons. I get all my melons from there. The cantaloupe, the honeydew, the watermelon. And I get my avocados from there. That's my go-to for all of those. And then Whole Foods, like I'll get I'll get my dates from Whole Foods. Sometimes I'll get like I today I got some walnuts from Whole Foods. I'll get my apples from Whole Foods because they got shit organic. Um, I've been getting away from like the berries and the grapes and stuff like that. I've been gravitating more towards the fruits with the like the thicker peels or rinds, like melons and citrus. You know, except for the apples, but the apples, I stopped eating the skin on the apples, so I just cut the apples, and then I'll just eat the meat like that. But I don't eat the skin no more. Um, So that like really don't matter a whole lot. But yeah, like the berries, grapes, I don't know, man. Like I feel better. I feel more comfortable eating fruits that have like, thicker peels that you have to peel to get to the fruit. They have that protective layer, that thick protective layer protecting the fruit. I feel better eating fruits like that. So I just been going hard on the melons and the citrus. That's pretty much that. I mean, then nuts, because nuts gotta, they got that protective shell. Um, what? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Raw meat life. Oh, it's a party now. Hey, your two girlfriends in here, man. Your two girlfriends in here. They acting up, man. I need you to check them. Get them in check. Talk, Christian. Ignore them. You supposed to be telling me about this motocross track y'all working on. Oh, there you go. Oh, y'all in New York. Oh, stop it. You had a 450 quad or dirt bike? I did not know Aldi's and Trader Joe's were owned by brothers. Nope. No, that can't be true, Julie. That can't be true. All these, none of all these products have food dyes. Well, like dyes, that can't be true. I will go up to Aldi's just, but I mean, that's still, even if they don't have dyes, it's still not, I mean, it's still not food. Aldi's don't sell food. They sell a little bit of food. The rest is poison. What's up, Wayne? Oh, you got a TRX? Oh, TRX 450. I never remember. I got a, it's either a YZF. I think it's YFC. YZ, YFC. I got the YFZ 450, the Yamaha. I just got to get a chain for it. What's up, Shay? That's funny. That's funny, Art. It's still shit. Just better quality shit. That is funny. Hey, I got a Here, do you feel more tapped in? What bikes? I got yeah, the YFZ. I got the YFZ 450. Um, and then I got a KX85. I got a YZ 125. Like those are all my like dirt. Do I got it? Yeah, those are all my dirts. I had a KFX 400. Got taken by the police. Um, and I think that was yeah. The other ones I had, I sold. So that's what I got left. I got the YZ 125 and the YFZ 450 and the KX 85. KX 85, I don't know, it's like a play bike. And then I got street bikes. I got an R6 and what is this bike I got? I got a cruiser. I never had a cruiser before. It's a Suzuki Boulevard something. It's like a nice little retro cruiser. So yep, those are the bikes that I have. Yeah, I got the blue YZ 125. Hey, that boy ripped too. It was bored out. It was bored out to I believe 144. So it stand up in third gear. Do you feel more tapped in with yourself when your gut tells you something? Does it tend to resonate more? Yeah, I'm definitely more tapped in with myself. Definitely. Oh man. But like I was already pretty tapped in with myself because I've been on my journey like before the fruit, like my spiritual journey. I've been on my spiritual journey for 30 years. So I was already like pretty tapped in. But the fruit just took it to another level. You know, it just woo. And I'm like still. So and like when your gut tells you something, does it tend to resonate? That's just intuitive living. So I've been living intuitively. Like before I was on fruit, I was living intuitively. You know what I'm saying? I've been learning and living intuitively for 30 years. So, but you know, being on fruit, like just fruit, like I said, it just like my growth has just it just kind of exploded. But like my journey is so different because I had grew like spiritually, I had grown as far as I could grow eating the way I was eating. So I had this experience in my kitchen where like I was presented with this option. It was a fork in the road moment. Like you could stay where you are and keep eating the way you do. Or if you want to continue to grow spiritually, then you have to change the way you eat. I grew a lot eating the way I was eating like before, eating a dead animal flesh and all the processed junk. I had grew a lot spiritually eating like that. But like where I came from, like I came from like the gutter. Like I was so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So there was just I could do a lot of growing eating shit that wasn't food, just eating all the processed junk. But then, like I got to a place where it's like, so I chose the path that I'm on now. And man, shit just took off. It's crazy. Like the things that I've experienced since I've been eating just fruit. Because like the first year I ate fruit, like I was still on social media, but like don't nobody even remember that. Don't nobody like, there's probably very few people that even know about that. Like that actually saw me, you know what I'm saying, online and posting fruit and, you know, different things like that. But when I did the watermelon in 2023, shit just exploded for me. So yeah, I'm definitely more in tune. Like I've lived, I'm not gonna say always, but I've lived intuitively for a long time. That's the only way to live. Like nothing else makes sense. Like to just learn when that eternal intelligence and wisdom is speaking to you and, you know, trying to guide you to be sensitive to that feeling and to, you know, learn how to, you know, like discern that, you know, from say like yourself and to just follow it, like in everything it tells you to do. That's the only way to live, man. That's the only way to live. I can't live no other way. Nothing else makes sense to me, you know. So yeah, that's a long answer, but yeah, even more so now being on fruit. Yeah. But it's not just the fruit though. It's like the whole lifestyle though. Like I'm unplugged from the world. You got to be unplugged from the world. See, I'm not plugged into the society. I'm not a part of society. I'm like I'm in society at times, but I'm never a part of society. So it's a lot more to it than just fruit. And, you know, for me, it was just like that came first. You know, unplugging from society, not watching the news no more, turning that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Turning off CNN and 60 Minutes and all that bullshit. You know, you stop listening to what these doctors are saying. You stop listening to what the government is telling you, what the FDA is telling you, what the World Health Organization is telling you. Stop listening to all these agencies because they all lying to you. You stop listening to all this mainstream information because all they doing is feeding you bullshit. They're just feeding you lies. They sprinkle a little bit of truth in there, but most of it's lies. I mean, you could tell, like, you could tell they don't know what they're talking about. Look at all how many people are sick. Almost 1 billion people got diabetes. Close to 1 billion people got cancer. Close to 1 billion people got heart disease. Close to 1 billion people suffer from obesity. All these liver disease and kidney disease, and they don't know what they're talking about. Like, and this is from them telling us how to eat. These are the results from them telling us how to eat. Them telling us you need to eat animals for protein and you need to drink milk from a cow. Milk from a cow. Because you need you need the calcium for strong bones and teeth and all this, everything they tell us to eat causes disease. So just unplugging from all of that, and just not listening to, well, I mean, I'm not gonna say not listening to anything because, you know, I'm still listening. I'm still listening to a lot of people and yada yada yada. That's how I found out about this lifestyle, you know, just eating fruit. But you gotta be very careful about what you hear. And if I was still plugged in to all of these media outlets, I would be too full of fear. There would be too much fear in me to do what I do, to eat the way I eat. Because everybody's going to say, like in mainstream, everybody's going to say that eating just fruit is unhealthy. It's not sustainable. You're not going to get all the nutrients and the vitamins and the minerals, yada, yada, that you need eating just fruit. You're not going to get the protein you need eating just fruit. All this bullshit. Their wisdom is telling us not to eat from nature, but to eat from slaughterhouses and laboratories. That's what this wisdom, this mainstream wisdom is telling us. They're telling us to eat the vaccines that are in the flesh of these animals, to eat the antibiotics, to eat the painkillers that's in the flesh of these animals, to eat the drugs. They're telling us to eat the artificial flavors and the artificial colors and the artificial preservatives and the artificial sweeteners. This is what they're telling us to eat. They're telling us to drink milk from a fucking cow. Like, you're not even supposed to drink milk. The only milk you're supposed to drink is from your mother. And when your mother stops producing milk, let it go. It's over. You're not supposed to drink milk after that. If you were supposed to continue drinking milk, your mother would continue producing milk. And your mother stops producing milk, and they say, okay, but this cow over here that we fucking raped and impregnated after we jacked off a bull and collected their sperm is going to be having a baby soon, and we'll just steal the milk from this baby. In fact, we'll steal the whole baby. We're going to steal the baby and the milk. We'll put the baby over here and just feed the baby some bullshit. We'll make up some bullshit to feed the baby, the little calf. And we'll sell you the milk. And people like go for that shit. You're not even a fucking cow. But mainstream society has brainwashed everybody into thinking they need to drink milk from a totally different species, because fruits, which is what we're supposed to eat, don't give us the nutrients that we need. And that's just unheard of in nature. There's no species in nature in which their species-specific diet does not supply all the nutrients that their bodies need. It's never been heard of, but when it comes to us, that's what they tell us. Like, we are fruit eaters by nature. Like, there's no doubt about it. I mean, when you just follow the laws of nature, whatever you eat in its natural state. That's one. If you cannot eat it in its natural state, that means if it's inedible in its natural state, it's not food. You're not supposed to be eating it. It's not food. You don't make it edible. It's not edible. Leave it alone. And this is common sense. This is what every other species, past, present, has always done. No species has ever deviated from these laws. Only humans. And that's why we have hospitals that look like communities and like entire communities that stretch around the block. I mean, these hospitals are so fucking big, you need a GPS to navigate them. That's why. Because we deviate from nature laws. We're the only species that does that. No other species is using fire to heat up their shit. No other species uses fire, which destroys all the nutrients in whatever they're cooking, and then eat it. Like, that don't even make sense. Why would you destroy all the nutrients in what you're eating before you eat it? Because you have to use fire to make it edible. Because without fire, it's not edible. The common sense thing to do would be to just leave it the fuck alone. But we don't want to do that. Like, people don't want to do that. We gonna find a way to eat this shit. Like, you don't have options. When it comes to fruit, it's ready to eat. It's ready. Everything's been done. It's been baked or cooked by the sun. Nutrients from the sun and from the earth have been absorbed into the fruit. There's nothing for you to do but just eat it. Nature did all the prep work. You pick it from a tree, you peel it, and you eat. Or you cut it open, you eat. That's it. There's no vaccines. There's no antibiotics. There's no drugs. There's no painkillers. There's no killing involved. There's no torture involved. There's no abuse involved. There's no depression. There's no anxiety. There's no fear. There's no suffering involved. There's no bleeding to death involved. It just makes sense. And fruits have all the nutrients our bodies need. Much of what they tell us about our nutritional needs are just lies anyway. What they tell us about protein is a lie. What they tell us about calcium is a lie. What they tell us about balanced meals is a lie. Or balanced diets, that's a lie. That entire fucking food pyramid is a lie, which now is called My Plate. They replaced the pyramid with a plate. Same thing, same lies. They just put the lies on the plate now. It's all bullshit. They got fruit on there. I think they got vegetables on there, but then they got the rotten flesh on there too. And they got the what they call dairy on there too. Like, these industries are satanic. Like, you don't think it's satanic to shoot a cow in the head? To cut a cow's ear off while the cow is still living? You don't think that's satanic? You don't think it's satanic to cut a cow's neck and then just let the cow lay in their own blood and just bleed to death? Just minutes. I don't know how long, like, I read it could take up to 15 minutes for a cow to completely bleed out. And they just you don't think that's satanic? And to start cutting, like, literally to start skinning the animal while they're still alive with their throat cut, bleeding to death, and you're cutting the skin off of their face. You don't think that's satanic? You wouldn't do it. There's your answer right there. Like, you don't think it's satanic to cut a chicken's head off? You don't think that's satanic? Like, how do we not know these things? You don't think it's satanic to take a pig and just hit the pig in the head with a sledgehammer? You don't think that's satanic? You don't think these things are demonic and evil? You don't think it's satanic to rape a fucking cow? To put on a plastic fucking sleeve, which is basically acting like a condom, and then take this semen and you just shove your arm inside this cow's vagina? You don't think that's satanic? You don't think that's demonic? Like, you don't see anything wrong with that? You have your arm almost shoulder deep inside of a cow's vagina, trying to impregnate this cow with semen that was obtained by jacking off a bull. Nobody sees anything wrong with this. It's just me. This shit is not how is this not satanic? How is this not demonic? And people are choosing to do these things. These things don't have to be done for us to eat and for us to thrive. People are choosing to do these things. You got all these fruits growing on trees, and you could just go up to a tree and pick a fruit. Or, the equivalent of that is, you go in the grocery store, you could just pick fruit that grew on trees. But instead, people choose to support these satanic industries. The shit is satanic. It's evil. Like, and to brag about eating that shit, you're an idiot. You're a absolute complete moron. That's it. This shit is evil. I post these videos like often. I'm gonna post another one because I feel like people need to see another one. Like hitting animals in the heads with sledgehammers, like dismembering them while they're still alive. Like, these animals are being tortured. It's evil. It don't have to be. You don't need that. And then what's even worse, this is why so many people are dying. This is why almost 1 billion people have diabetes. It's weird because people think you need to eat the flesh off of the carcasses of these murdered animals. And you need to drink their milk. And you need to eat all this artificial shit. And people are not making the connection. People think you need to eat these things to get all the nutrients your body needs. But almost 1 billion people have diabetes. Almost 1 billion people are suffering from obesity. Almost 1 billion people are suffering from heart disease. Like, where's all this nutrition? You killing all these animals, like 90 billion animals a year. Where's all this nutrition? If we need to eat these things to get the nutrition our bodies need, why are all these billions of people sick and suffering, dying from diseases? Like, something not adding up. Having heart attacks and strokes and shit, aneurysms, something not adding up. And people just keep believing the shit that this government tells us. All of this information that we receive, this mainstream information, is funded by these drug companies. Ultimately, it's the drug companies that's telling us to eat this and eat that and eat this and eat that. You don't think they have an agenda? You can't sell drugs to healthy people. You can't sell me no drugs. I don't need them. I'm healthy mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I don't need nothing. Everything I have is in me. I'm already tapped into that. You can't sell me drugs. You can't make money off of me. They don't want a world full of people like me. They'd all go bankrupt. They don't make no money without sick people. And you're not connecting the dots here. They're funding the medical schools. They fund the FDA. They're controlling the information. The drug companies are. They're telling us what to eat. And everything, see, I do the research. I do the research. You start reading these labels. The top 3 money makers of this, of the drug industry and the sick care industry: cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity is becoming the 4th. I'm just going, obesity is already the 4th. Those are the top 4 money makers for the drug companies and the sick care industry, which they call the healthcare, and it's really the sick care. Everything they tell you to eat. If you start reading these labels in these grocery stores, anything you buy with a label, you start reading those labels and you start researching those ingredients, then you're going to see that in everything in there, there's ingredients, multiple, plural, in that product that are linked to cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Like multiple ingredients linked to these diseases. It don't, like, whatever. You go to the so-called health food section, you pick up the lean cuisine, or whatever these so-called healthy options, same thing. That's the same thing. That's 90% of the grocery store. 90% of the grocery store, like, they have these products contain chemicals that are linked to all 4 of those conditions. I don't see obesity as a disease. But yeah, like, you're not making the connection. Like, you take what I just said about the ingredients, and then you look at these numbers: 800 million people. It's really 850 million people with diabetes. And then like 650 million with heart disease, and the over 600 million that are obese, and I don't know, like cancer, the millions of people. Like, these people are suffering their diseases, or these diseases, because of their diets. 100%. It's all diet related. None of these people ate just fruit. Not one of them. Like, that's close to 2 billion people, just them 4 diseases. Not one of them ate just fruit. Not one of them was on an all raw food diet. Not one. They all ate cooked things. They all ate shit that was cooked. Say it like that. They all ate shit that was cooked. The whole purpose of cooking is so you can eat shit that you're not supposed to eat. There's no other purpose. It's inedible in its natural state, but you put some fire to it, you can make it edible. It's inedible in its natural state. You're not supposed to be eating it. There's a lot of fruits that are inedible in their natural state. It don't matter if it's a fruit. I mean, don't eat it. Nature made it inedible so you wouldn't fucking eat it. Not so you would figure out a way to try to make it edible. It's such common sense. Like, they're not selling food. These grocery stores, they're not selling food. The food aisle is that big. Maybe max 10% of the store is food. And I'm including vegetables in that, which I don't consider vegetables as food. But I'm throwing vegetables in there because they're from nature too. But vegetables are nasty to me. I know there's some people that like raw vegetables, like no seasoning, no nothing, no cooking, no sauteing, no nothing. Just raw vegetables, not mixing a bunch of shit together in a salad. Just raw vegetables, just like they could just eat spinach leaves and they enjoy it. They could just eat celery and enjoy it. They could just eat broccoli, like by itself, like nothing on it, and enjoy it. I'm I'm cool. But I'm just saying, I'm throwing that in there, and still you're maybe at 10% of the grocery store that sells food. The entire 90%, the other 90%, none of that shit is food. It's all poisonous. All you gotta do is read the labels. I've read all of them motherfuckers. Like over the years, I've been researching this shit. Like I spent hours just in grocery store aisles, just reading labels and on my phone, like, what the fuck is this? And trying like typing in this long ass word, which is an ingredient in something I'm considering buying that I don't know how to pronounce. And then, side effects linked to cancer, linked to this, linked to paranoid schizophrenia, yada, yada, yada. I mean, they're putting ingredients in the things that people are eating that's linked to mental health issues too, or mental illnesses too. They not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like I just posted a post on Facebook about this guy. He just like showed up in my timeline, and very like I don't follow him, but I respect him because he real transparent. Like he real. And so he had his fucking colon removed. He had to have his colon taken out. What they call it? Ulcerative colitis, I think it's called. He had to have his colon taken. This motherfucker got a bag. He shits in a bag. Like the bag is like somehow attached to a hole in his side. And that's where he shits at. And now he don't have a bag on now. It's some other type of technology they have now to where like you don't have to wear a bag. I don't know what it is now, but last picture I saw, he had the bag on. Fruit didn't do that. And in his post, I also shared what's how what they call meat, eating animal flesh, is linked to ulcerative colitis. It's a what do they call it? Irritable bowel disease, IBD. Yeah. Eating animals causes that. Fruit don't cause that. He was not on an all raw food diet when that happened to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that didn't happen to him because of that. That happened to him because he was eating cooked animal flesh. He don't even have a colon no more. I said, show me one person that eats just fruit that has a fucking colostomy bag attached to their side. There's almost 2 million people that have that condition, that have to wear those bags. Let me see if y'all been go in these comments, see if I got any comments. Don't look like I got any comments. I got a few. You know what it's like? It's just like, hey, look at RA. RA couldn't handle the truth. He had to get up out of here. That's too much truth for him. That's too real for him. He want to go back to his ignorance and bliss state. But it's just like, I posted a post like, I don't know, like some days ago about I need to cut that light on. About religion, how religion and hospitals function the same modality, same agenda. Just one is focused on the physical and the other is focused on the spiritual. And one of my I don't know, like she's a Facebook friend. And like I've talked to her before. She works in a surgery unit. And she was triggered by that post. And she said a bunch of shit. And I just had to remind her, like, before like you start thinking the industry you work in is all that industry you work in, what they call the healthcare industry, is the third leading cause of death in America. So let's not get too cocky. They are the third leading cause of death in America. Number 1 is heart disease. Number 2 is cancer. Number 3 is what they call doctors. Third leading cause of death. Lawyers are getting rich just focusing on medical malpractice suits. They don't even have to practice any other kind of law. They are busy suing doctors that fuck up and leave people paralyzed, leave people dead. Like to put that in perspective, the numbers range from, I'm gonna say, like 250,000 to the highest number I saw was 440,000 people. That's almost half a million people that doctors kill every year. Like, my bad. Medical error. My bad. But they have insurance. They never even had to deal with it. They have insurance. So the insurance companies battle it out. Like, the lawyer go to the insurance company. The doctor is like hands off. The doctor is still in the surgery rooms or whatever, in his practice, her practice. They're still practicing while they're being sued and got to pay this family however many millions of dollars or whatever the settlement is, because he or she killed a member of their family. Like, you go there to get better, and almost 500,000 people never come out. You know what I mean? Like, you go in alive, you never come out. That's a lot of fucking people dying because of mistakes. And then I shared a story about a quack that was telling his patients, and this quack like people would recommend him as one of the best in his field, which I don't remember what his field, but he was a specialist. He was telling he had his own practice and everything. He was telling his patients they had cancer when they didn't, and he would give them chemotherapy and other cancer treatments. They didn't even have cancer. That shit is crazy. And he did that. I think he did that to hundreds of people before he got busted. Like, imagine that, being on chemotherapy and you don't even need it, just so he could put some more money in his pocket. That shit crazy. That's what they call the healthcare industry. Again, this is mainstream society shit. So you eat what they feed, or what they sell you. You eat what they sell you. That's creating the diseases in you. Then you go to a doctor for help, and all they do is put you on drugs, which are poisonous. Drugs are not medicine. Drugs are poison. That's why they have side effects. That's why you take drugs and for one thing and other shit starts going wrong in your body, because it's poison. That's their answer. Drugs is their answer for everything. Drugs or surgery. And you need drugs for surgery. It's better to just eat right. Just eat the way you're supposed to eat. If you just ate fruit, you wouldn't have to worry about none of that shit. Unless, I mean, you feel free to show me where millions of people are dying from eating fruit. That's the cycle of death. I mean, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You know what? I wouldn't even disagree. Like, my father is a physician. Shay said my father is a physician. He told me one day it doesn't matter how healthy one eats, you can still get sick. He has diabetes and high blood pressure and got a beer belly. I mean, that's true. That's true. Because like what you eat, what goes into your belly is not the only factor, right? Like what goes in your mind, that's first. Stress can kill you. Stress can make you sick. Anxiety can make you sick. Living in fear can make you sick. Worrying constantly can make you sick. Depression can make you sick. I was going to say mental illness, but I don't know. That's probably, I could say that. But just being unhealthy mentally can make you physically sick too. Again, unplug. Unplug from this toxic ass society. This society is toxic. It's demonic. Like the whole society is demonic. It's evil. I stay unplugged. I don't just eat fruit. Like that's not what they say, the end all be all. Whatever the fuck that means. I think I used it right. I'm just saying though, it's not just that. That's not all it is. And like I said, you have to, like one dude was asking me if eating fruit can like open your third eye. And I said to him, your third eye has to be opened to eat fruit. That's the order. I had to get on this path I'm on. I had to do a lot of fucking healing to get on this path. I had to do a lot of emotional healing, a lot of spiritual healing, a lot of mental healing, which really is all spiritual healing. But, you know, I feel like people won't understand like exactly what that entails. So I just say it like that to just like break it down. But I'm just saying, I had to do a lot of fucking healing to even be able to eat fruit. Like I said, I've been on my journey for 30 years. It's a lot of fucking healing. It's a whole lot of this before it just got like this. Years of this. And then before it got like that. And then when it got like that, that's when this lifestyle was introduced to me. Eating just fruit. You got to be mentally healthy to just eat food. Because I mean, think about it. Why don't people eat food? People are eating for comfort. People are eating for dopamine. People are eating to feel better. People aren't eating for nutrition. They're eating to get high, to feel better. They're eating to be happy. They're eating to find peace, find joy. They're eating to suppress symptoms of inadequacy, insecurities, low self-esteem, sadness, depression, stress, pressure, like whatever. People are eating to suppress. People are not eating thinking about nutrition. People are not eating thinking about what's in their best or their body's best interest. People are not eating with love. People are not loving themselves when they eat. In the name of feeling better, they're poisoning their bodies. They don't even care. Because their mental state or their spiritual state is so fucked up. Like they're so sick up here. They're so unhealthy up here. This world they live in here is chaotic. There's no peace. They don't know how to live in here. So when they eat, they're trying to quiet this. They're eating to make living here easier or more tolerable. This world right here, this is the world that matters. This is the world you got to learn how to navigate. That world, that entire universe between your two ears. That's the world you got to learn how to navigate. You got to learn how to navigate that world before you could just eat food. Because food / fruits, you're not suppressing symptoms. You're not suppressing anything eating fruit. So if you're stressed out, if you're depressed, if you're like worried, afraid, you eat fruit, you still gonna feel the same way. So seems like, you know, people just got it backwards. Like people think you could just jump into fruit and you know, from I mean, like eating the satanic American diet, like that's a mentality. Everything we do is a mentality. There's a mentality behind it. There's a way of thinking behind it. You know, and everything we do because it makes sense to us. To us, it's wisdom. That's why we do it. I think that's smart. That's why I do it. Like people that eat animals, although animal flesh is carcinogenic, it causes cancer and like a whole shitload of other diseases. People who eat it because they think it's smart. Like that's the way they think. People aren't doing what they think is stupid. People who don't eat fruit and just fruit, they don't eat it because they think it's stupid. And people who don't eat animals because they think it's stupid. Whatever we do, if you sitting up and you just cutting your wrist because you're just hurting so bad inside, you're doing that because you think it's like, of all the options that you're aware of, you think that's the best option. You think that's the answer to your problem. You think that's going to make you feel better. That's what's smart for you to do. That's why you're doing it. You're not doing it because you think it's stupid. You're doing it because you think you're smart. You're doing it and you think this is going to help you. And then, like, I've heard people explain why they do it. My mother's daughter used to do it. I've talked to people that used to do that. And they say that it distracts, like this pain distracts them from a different pain. And that other pain is much worse than the pain of cutting their wrist, or just not just their wrist, but their arm. Like they'll go all the way up their arm and just cutting. Like my mother's daughter's arm looks like Tony the Tiger. It's just stripes from cutting. But that's why, like, they told me that they do it. It's to distract them from a much greater pain. So when they do, now their attention is immediately drawn away from this pain over here, and it's right here. And this pain is easier to tolerate. And so they do it again. You know, it's like if their attention, you say like they cut once, and if their attention starts to veer away from the arm and go back, then they'll cut again to keep their attention right there, to keep the attention from going over here. That's their wisdom. So I'm just saying, like, you have to undo all of that. You have to unlearn all of that. Like all of these, like however we are right now is based on programming. And if you want to change anything in your life, you have to change the programming. That's it. Like that's it. You can't be the same person and be a different person. Like whatever you're aspiring to do, you're not doing it now because you're not the person you need to be to do it. So you have to become a different person. That means you have to adopt a different mentality, a different way of thinking, like different belief systems. You have to deprogram your mind, which means you have to unlearn some shit. And then you have to reprogram your mind with the truth. You have to tear down all these lies that make up your belief system and replace it with the truth regarding whatever it is you're wanting to achieve. Once you do that, once you replace the programming, your actions are just going to align effortlessly with the programming. But people focus on the actions. They don't focus on programming, like changing their programming, changing the way they think, changing to change the way you think, you got to change the information. You got to change what you eat. You know, like the information you're receiving, what you're listening to. You got to change what you're listening to. You got to change what you're looking at. And whatever information that is aligned with the old programming, you got to stop listening to that. You got to stop looking at it. That's how you do it. Like I don't focus on the eating. That's what everybody's doing. Everybody's focusing on their symptoms, which in this case, like we're talking about eating. Their symptoms is eating shit that's not food. All of what they want to stop eating, those are their symptoms. Eating poison is their symptoms. Eating to suppress and to feel better and to distract themselves and to find peace and joy and have all these things. Like these are symptoms. And so people, when they talk about transitioning and changing the way they eat and eating just food, they zero in on the symptoms. They try to change the symptoms. And they just fail time after time after time again because they're addressing the wrong thing. You have to address the cause. Like what's causing these symptoms? Like you have the same attitude as these quacks in these hospitals. Like when somebody comes into the hospital, they have a condition, they focus on the symptom. Like we're going to give you these drugs. It's going to help with your symptoms. Well, what about the cause? Let's address the cause. What's causing these symptoms? I want to address that. Let's deal with that and eliminate that. You eliminate the cause, you eliminate the symptoms. They want you to keep the cause, so you keep the symptoms so they can keep you on drugs. That's the game they play. That's the game people are playing with themselves. Because they do the same thing. They're just going after the symptoms. Eating this bullshit that's not even food. Eating shit that they know is making them sick, making them overweight. These are symptoms. You got to go after the programming. Again, like I don't go after, like when I fell off, I didn't go after the symptoms. I went after the programming. I changed the programming. Again, like you change the programming, you get your programming right, the eating is going to be effortless. You're just going to do it. Like you don't have to try to eat fruit when you're programmed to eat fruit. You understand what I'm saying? Like you don't have to try, like you're programmed to do that. You're going to do that. It's not hard. Like my journey is not hard. Like living in a major city, surrounded by traps. Every corner, all up and down the street, everywhere. My journey is not hard. I go through life every day, untempted, unbothered, unaffected by all of the potentials for temptation, which is everywhere. I changed the programming. I'm not programmed to eat McDonald's anymore. I'm not programmed to eat Pizza Hut or Domino's or Burger King or Wendy's or Applebee's, all places I used to go to, Little C's, Papa John's. I used to hit them all up. The Chinese spots, the hibachi spots, I used to hit them all up. I'm not programmed to eat that way no more, though. I'm programmed to eat fruit now. It's not hard. Like the eating is effortless. The changing the programming, that's where the work is at. That's what I help people do. That's the difference. Like that's the way you play this game. Really, that's the way you play any game. It don't matter what you're trying to do. You trying to like increase your income, you got to change your programming because your income right now is based on your programming. If you trying to, get into a new career field, you got to change your programming. Wherever you are now is based on your programming. So if you want to be somewhere else, you got to change your programming. That's it. Like it's simple to explain, but it's a journey and it requires a lot of patience and it requires a lot of trust. But that's it. It's simple as that. Go in these comments, see if y'all been asking anything. Let me check Instagram real quick. Y'all been commenting on Instagram. Y'all was quiet for a while. What's up? Super Pool. Super Pool. I don't know what that last part is. What's up, April? Mimis. I don't know how to Mimi's. That's Mimi's. What's up, Mimi? Hey, Kev, can you post this to YouTube so I can watch it later? It'll be on YouTube, Mimi. Like it's just it automatically saves on YouTube, so it'll be there. Camellia, what's up, Camellia? My ex-boyfriend was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis last night. Wait, what? Last night, early 2000s. I put him on a vegan, vegetarian diet, no hospitalization, no surgeries. Oh, late night. I was like, what? She said my ex-boyfriend was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis late night, early 2000s. Put him on vegan, vegetarian diet, no hospitalization, no surgeries. So he was healed. No more ulcerative colitis. Yaki said chickpea is a fruit. What do you think about that? Chickpea is a fruit, but it's a fruit that you can't eat in its natural state. Yeah, that's one of those inedible fruits. I used to eat chickpeas. Like that's earlier in my transition. When I fell off from fruit, I was eating chickpeas, I was eating quinoa. These are fruits, but they're inedible in their natural state. So you have to cook them. You have to make them edible. And it was a much better option than eating the flesh of a dead animal. It was a much better option than eating, like shit with a bunch of chemicals in it. Like where I was at in my journey, it was a great option. Both of those. So, it's a journey. Like you got to do your own journey. We're all at different places. I'm not there anymore. So I wouldn't eat chickpeas. I mean, I'm not going to say I wouldn't eat chickpeas, but like shit would have to be bad for me to eat chickpeas now. Like I don't eat anything cooked now. Like I'm raw. But I've grown, like I'm in a different place in my journey now. There was a point in my journey where chickpeas, quinoa, like like those things just came in clutch. It was like a savior for me. It was smart for me to eat those things at that time because I'm thinking about like going to get a fucking gyro or some shit. So if chickpeas will keep me from going to get a gyro, from going to get, you know, a pizza or a burger or whatever, that's smart. That's a win. That's a win all day. So like earlier in my journey, chickpeas, quinoa, they did that for me. And I would get that. I would get like I had this sauce, like this little barbecue sauce that I would get that only had like it was made from I want to say vegetables. It kept me from eating the flesh and the other bullshit. And I knew exactly what was in it. I knew exactly what was in it. I knew exactly what I was eating. And I would put some salt on it and I'm eating. I didn't stay there though. And I'm not saying it's bad if you do stay there. That's still a much, much better alternative compared to what they have, you know, in society, all these other options, you know. But, you know, I grew past that and I'm in a different place now. So, you know, I don't shit on no part of the journey. I don't shit on no part of the journey because it's a journey of steps and each step is necessary. Each step is necessary to get to the next step. I will tell you the truth though. And I'm telling you, see, like when I tell you the truth, I'm telling you the truth from the steps that I'm on or where I'm at in my journey. But I'm not telling you the truth to say this is how you should do it. I'm just telling you the truth, tell you the truth. Like this is the truth right here. If anything, it could give you something to aim for. Like, okay, I'm feeling that. I'm not there yet, though. I'm here, but I'm feeling what you're saying. And that's just a target. That's something to aim for, like nothing else. And then you come back to where you are. This is where I'm at. I eat chickpeas and quinoa, or like whatever you eat. I'm still cooking. Like whatever you're doing. But to have something to aim for, that's huge. You gotta have like what's the destination? If you got a destination, that's huge. That could be a game changer. Like imagine leaving out the house with no destination. Like where are you going? I don't know. Just fucking driving, burning gas, wasting money. Having a destination. So I don't know, like I wish a lot more people could hear what I just said because I feel like when I share the truth from where I'm at in my journey, that people feel like I'm like telling them what they should be doing. And I'm never doing that. Like, I'm never doing that. Like, how you live your life is none of my business. I'm just saying, this is what the truth is. As I learn the truth, as not learn the truth, but as truth is revealed to me, I share it with y'all. And it could be something for you to strive for or whatever. I mean, at most, that's what it should be. It shouldn't be nothing more than that. Just something to strive for. Of course, unless, of course, you're already there, you know, or if you're even further along. And if that's the case, well, shit, share some shit with me. And then I hear that, and then it's okay. I'm not there. But I want to be. Like, that sound dope. That's resonating. It's something to strive for. Hey, that's true, Julie. I've seen a documentary about that. Julie said the irony is doctors have very little education on nutrition and food. That's why you get meds. And well, one, it's not irony. It's just that people don't understand the business that they're in. Like, they are not in the healing or prevention business. They are in the symptom management business. But people think they're in the healing business, the curing business. That's not their business. Their main business is to suppress or to manage symptoms with drugs. That's their main business. And then you got the surgeries and like different treatments and all these other things. But never is the business about healing, curing, preventing, teaching people how to be healthy. That would put them out of business if they did that. So we just need to understand what the business really is. The business is to keep you sick, but to manage your symptoms in a way that you don't feel sick. And they do that with drugs. They don't do that with medicine. They do that with drugs. Drugs are not medicine. That's the business. And according to this documentary, like it was just different they all said some different things about how much education they received on nutrition and it was really nutrition, right? Nutrition and food. And one doctor said she got less than 20 minutes of education on nutrition and food throughout the entire 4 years. Right? And then after that 4 years, what they do after that, I don't know what they like. It's like interning or whatever they do. I forget what they call it. But the schooling is not over after the 4 years of college. Then they get like that hands-on experience, like they're in the hospitals, they're working with other doctors and they're just watching, learning like that. They're getting to, practice on people, stuff like that. That's part of their education too. So if you include all that, what is it, like 8 years total? And one doctor said she got less than 20 minutes of education on nutrition and food in 8 years. The average doctor, like some said they got about 2 hours. I think the most was like 2 hours, maybe 4 hours in 8 years. That's not their business though. Healthcare is your business. Healthcare is every time you eat, every time you put something in your body, you're practicing healthcare. That's what healthcare is. Healthcare is your responsibility, nobody else's. Every time you eat, drink, smoke, snort, like whatever you do, whatever you're putting in your body or allowing somebody to put in your body, like if you're allowing people to give you vaccines, like whatever it is, this is all a part of health care or health neglect. And most people are practicing health neglect. And if you practice health neglect, then you're going to have to go see a quack. I can't call them doctors because they're not doctors. You have to go see a quack, and they're just going to help you keep that disease and just make you feel better with drugs. What's up, Kara? Healthy people are bad for business. Yeah, they're bad for that business. That's a fact. That's a fact. They can't make any money. You can't sell drugs to healthy people. Come in these comments, see what y'all talking about. I know y'all in there talking to each other. What's up, Larry? What's up, Michi? Oh man, I don't even know how to pronounce this name. Arijan? 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 Man, your first name and last name, I don't even. Sheesh. Call you R. Call you Arch. Do you know Fully Raw Christina? No, I do not know Fully Raw Christina. You was in here going off, huh, Christian? It's all good. It's all good. My streams be starting off slow, but then like they usually pick up. They usually pick up, and then it just, you know, I'll fucking go on a rant about something. I'm about to get off of here and about to turn on the light, which is kind of, if I could get over here to it. It's a little better. You shut it down, Christian. Ah, that's what's up. That's what's up. You was taking care of business, huh? I seen there was some I seen there was some, a few idiots in here, trolls, whatever you call them. I seen them. I was in my zone though, so it was like I wasn't even noticing them. Like after a while, like me and Allie, we gotta have our like lovers quarrel. But once I got going, like I didn't even see them no more. Like I knew they were there, but like I wasn't seeing what they were saying or anything. What's up, Diana? I'm glad you enjoying it. I'm getting off at 11. So 9 couple hours. Yeah, for sure, Christian. For sure. Like when something like that happened, Christian, you could just you could change the conversation. Like I come on here, I don't like I said, I don't come on here with a topic or anything like that. I really come on here to answer people's questions. And just sometimes like a person's question or even a person's comment would just trigger me. and then I'll just talk about that, and then I'll be talking about that for like I could talk about for a long time. But yeah, anytime like it's like I guess like the wrong energy is in here, you could change the energy of the live. You just ask me a question, you'll change the energy of the live just like that. Like you don't even, I mean, you could go back and forth with them if you want. And when it's slow in here, I go back and forth with them too. Like it's just fun to me. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to change the end, you could, anybody in the chat, anybody on this live can change the energy of the live. Just by asking a question. What do you think about? Or sometimes, like I said, like a lot of times just a comment to do it. Just a comment to do it. Like Julie's comment about the irony of the amount of education doctors receive in nutrition and food, like that triggered a rant. Just like that statement triggered a rant. And these rants can be beneficial to like some of the people in here. Because I know I'll be saying shit that people in here never heard before. Unless you've been following me for a while and like really follow me. I know I say shit you never heard before. Because you definitely not going to hear what I say in mainstream society. You're not going to hear what I say on the news. CNN, like you're not going to hear like Dr. Phil, like nowhere. Like you could, maybe like different YouTube channels and different things like that, maybe, maybe. I'm just saying, like, what I say is not common. It's not commonly said. So, yeah. Thank you, Julie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hey, share them, Christian. Share them. It's an open floor. It's an open floor. And the best time, like, if you want me to see them, the best time to share them is when, like, before I go on a rant. Once I'm in my rant, you could just forget about it. You can talk to people in the chat at that point because I'm not seeing none of what's going on in the chat. Like I'm locked in to whatever I'm talking about. So, and I stay locked in until like, I'll have like a thought like, okay, let's see what's going on in the comments. You've been going on for a while. Let's see if there's questions in the comments or something or in the chat. But yeah. But yeah, y'all, it's 11:01. On that note, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all have a good evening. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all. Before I go, Fruit Revival 1.0 begins April 28th. It's a 5-day email course. You'll get an email each day, and you'll get an email before. The email before is a preparation email. It's a set yourself up for success cheat sheet. You get that prior to the challenge. And then when the challenge starts, it's 5 days. Can you eat just food for 5 days? Each email has a theme to it. There's an affirmation. And of course, you get some truth. It's truth packed. And you can reach me via email. Like I'm there with you for the duration of the challenge. Reach out. You need support, you need help, like whatever. And yeah, so that's only $19.99. Super cheap. And there's 1.0, there's 2.0, and there's 3.0. But you gotta pass. You have to like graduate 1.0 to go on, and 2.0 And the same thing with 2.0. If you go to 3.0, 2.0 is 10 days, 3.0 is 30 days, but it's designed to help you transition slowly to eating just food. And it's set up in a way to tear down your current foundation that's responsible for the way you eat now. Tear that down and then rebuild it with the truth. And then once you rebuild that foundation, like I said, it's like reprogramming your mind. It's the same thing. You rebuild that foundation with the truth, then you'll be loving yourself in a way you never have before. So let me see, I'm only accepting 10 people for that. And I believe we have 7 signups, not 7, but 3. So I meant to say, I believe there's 7 slots left for that. So that's that. If you're on my email list, you already know about it. If you're not, you can join my email list, the little ticker scrolling across the screen, and get more information about that. And that's it. Every Monday evening, that's the plan for right now. Every Monday evening, 9 p.m. EST, Eastern Time, I'm here. That's the plan. I'm here. So it was great seeing y'all. Every time I come on, I'm meeting people I never met before. It's always great meeting new people. It's always great talking to y'all. Y'all have a good night. I will talk to you soon, soon, soon.